switch to catch up. Come on. And yeah, not there yet. Let me try again. Always unmutes me. Oh, there we go, we're live. And we got an advert for... Oh, it's that. Yeah, alright. So PC. Well, anyway, welcome everybody. And let me close the ad over the chat. And get over there. And yeah. Welcome to the Animal House, quite literally. Hope everybody's had a good weekend and a good week for that matter since I last saw you. Sue, what's been going on since I last saw you? Well, let me assume form of bat and I will show you in here. So, since I recorded the thing, I have actually gone ahead and put a tank above most of these critters. And all is good. I also went out and I've not built tanks for these yet, but I've been out and grabbed a few more cows. So I went and grabbed an ethanol, energized glowstone, creosote oil, biomass, and potion. This one intrigues me. Potion bucket. I'm not entirely sure what we do with this. But I'm going to find out. So, let me just have a look. How many tanks do I need left? Well, we think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more tanks. Alright, let's go grit the tanks and get myself back into my form. That field of view is very strange to me. So, tanks. What is, I honestly can't remember how many it was now. It was 7 or 8. We'll go with 8 and we'll worry about it. If it's different, it's different. And eat, what we got? We've got stuff and we got those stuffs. Alright, and then we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and a stack of those. No, that's right, that is right. Get me some of those and we'll just put that away and then assume bat form again. Oops. And let's get out there and get these put in. So yeah, just myself and Potter's on, so if Neil comes into the room, then you know expect the kill it remarks. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Alright, so this is potion. Okay, at the end. Then alright, strange. Okay, and those aren't ready yet. So question, what can we do with the potion one? Do you just whack them in bottles? Is that... Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, so what else have we been doing? Well, as I said at the start, we for the announcement, I started off excavating a space. I think we need to be bigger than said space. But yeah, we're going to make a machine room stroke tech area, which seems to me something we're missing. Now the question is, I suppose shouldn't have come out of bat form. Do I want to? I think I may try do something similar to this. I think I'm going to go further into the hill this way. Let me swap out for hammer. We'll go, what do you reckon? How wide are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So with 13, we are going to go and I'm going to go a bit deeper than that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Half 13 is just under 7. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I like 20. That's a nice number. There's no particular reason why it's a nice number. It's just I've decided it is, you know. So we'll quickly grab this lot out. Hi, Pops. How's it going? And we shall. Oh, hang on. You know, it's very easy to forget that you're streaming or recording, and so the light levels that I would put up with, because I know it's only for a short while, can be problematic. Let's go. So that was 20, but it's 20 external. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll go up like so. Yeah, so if I do forget to light it up, holler out, because it's only a matter of me placing a torch. But sometimes I just don't think outside of the plain box. Well, not my move. We've finished emptying the mother-in-law's house. Because obviously, you know, she passed away last year, but so that's now done, and the sale has gone through. So, as far as I'm aware, anyway. So yeah, that in that respect, definitely all done. The next one is my stepdaughter's move, which she's only moving like 200 yards down the street, so it's not a big move, but that's the next one. Our house is basically looks like a let me just go and get rid of this lot a second. Yeah, our house looks a bit like a junk yes, very. Yeah, our house looks like a junk shop at the moment. We've got boxes and boxes and furniture, and you name it, we have got it. Okay, that's got rid of all of that. Now, what I want to build this factory, but I don't want to build it out of cyan clay, because cyan clay I want to distinguish from that. So if we have a look at the map, over here, is the mesa we've found. So if I go, we're going to go on a little road trip while we talk about the week and go and get some clay. So yeah, that move's done, and it's, you know, a bit of an end of an era. It's a bit sad. The better half, her indoors, the wife, the missus, she was a little bit sad at times about it, because obviously it's like I say, the end of an era. I love these biomes. We're definitely going to have to go exploring more underground at some point. But yeah, I did the van run and all of that malarkey, and skips have been hired and returned and hired again, and everything is done now, so that's good. And as I say, the next move is stepdaughter, or as we call her, Nuggy. But yeah, so that's the next thing. But at the moment, we have a little bit of normality back in the lives, which is good. What are you? Destabilized redstone. You are coming with me. It's all right. Whenever I see a cow, it's like, I'm having that one. And then later on, I shall wish that I brought more nets with me. But that kind of goes without saying. So yeah, the that kind of thing. Oh, whoa, that just gets bigger. I'm not sure whether this has got bigger since the last time I was over here, or whether it's just me not remembering. No, I'm fairly certain this wasn't on the side here. It's a shame he's not been on recently. Oh, Jeremy, because I want to see where this goes. This is if he doesn't finish it, I'm nicking it for the next server. Nicking the build idea. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not entirely sure what would happen then. Right, where are we and which way are we going? So if I kind of do a little bit of a reveal on some more of this map while we're doing it. Whenever I go out somewhere, if I can reveal more of the map, then I will do it. It's just kind of good sense, really. And look, there's another ocean monument. They are everywhere in this pack. Everywhere. There's yeah, I've stopped marking them on the map. They're that frequent now. So yeah, but the week has been and gone, and weight loss news. I lost another pound. So now it is officially a full 2 stone I've lost since I started this process, which is good. I am happy with that. And I would like more, but obviously, because, you know, why wouldn't you? Right, where are we? And if I carry on going, kind of, yeah, if I just go straight this way, that'll reveal some more map. So yeah, 2 stone now. In technically speaking, I suppose it's since the 24th of August, because I did lose some weight and then I put some back on, and then I've lost basically 3 pounds kind of thing. Is that has been explored? I think I did it actually. Yeah, so that's been pretty good, but my badminton game is coming on. I'm getting a bit of a mean hand at badminton now. I never realised it was such a fast, vicious sport, you know. I always assumed that, oh, hello. More mesa. Mini mesa. There's not going to be enough there for what I want. I'm going to leave mini mesa alone, I think. And we'll carry... Wow. You know, you see some of these areas for building and you think, why? Why didn't I build there? Every now and again you just go past something and you think, ah. We should almost consider not actually building until we've travelled like 50,000 blocks or something stupid like that, because I always do feel that's this way. I come out and I find something just makes me want to build somewhere else, and oh, getting a little bit of this is the server logs are probably going Sid69 has moved incorrectly. And oh, this probably isn't helping the fact we're generating jungle as well. Alright, well, we'll live. Yep. Come on. Come on, he's on your jungle. You can do it. Interesting to see these jungle trees that have merged into the swamp biome there. And they've got the swamp biome coloration with jungle tree shape. Ah! Oh well, at least on the way back it will be smoother. That helps if you keep telling yourself that. Where are we anyway? Not far to go. So yeah, in terms of that, yeah, I've been playing a lot of badminton and played. And I'm actually I've got into, what are you? I don't want to know. Sap. I don't even know whether that's any good for anything. Sounds kind of sappy. Oh, hello. We will visit here though. Especially seeing as there's an immersive. Oh, and a railcraft hut as well. The villagers, they are. Hang on. Yeah, we're fine. Right, come on. In you go. Walking back. Steel pick. A drill core. Alright. I don't want the apples. You may keep your apples, sir. What we got? Oh no, that's not an immersive. That is a bees forestry hut, isn't it? Oh, we'll definitely take those. We'll have the grafter. We'll take the teak, because why wouldn't we? And we'll take the honeycomb as well, because that makes sense too. Oh, and of course we'll right, so that was the forestry and not the immersive. So, and I don't think the railcraft villagers have anything, just the manual rolling machine, I think. Yeah, the chests tend to be empty. And I think that's because the railcraft side of things is not quite there yet. It's not quite, you know, polished. However, we want to be over here, because I want this. Now, question is, which layer do I want to mine out? Or shall I just, well, I'm going to go through with the hammer. That kind of goes without saying. But if I go, let's just it's a strange little bit of lag, isn't it? Right, we need to we need to put some stuff out of the way temporarily, because I've kind of overreached myself again and not thought things quite clearly through. Right, I'll get the mixed colours. That's always beneficial. And then we can just, that'll give us a few stacks of, and then just get a whole load of yeah, why not? We'll just, it's nice actually having this safety in, you see what I mean about not lighting things up though, having the surety of safety that I'm underground and yet nothing can spawn because I'm above Y64, and that is a really, yeah, good idea. I'm terrible for that, I really am. Inventory management does not go, it doesn't sit well with me. What we got? Okay, and if I go this way a bit, and then we'll take another string along here. How are we doing there? Not bad. Let's eat an egg. Yeah, it seems to be, well, we are in a period of, we're in a period of mods becoming unsupported. That's a thing. I think that we're going to see a lot of mod authors over the next few months. Well, we already have done. I mean, there's nothing new. Mod authors come and go, but for those of you who haven't heard the news, Alicent has dropped modding. The good news is, which is, as I say, Rorax mentioned in the comments that it was super secret news, which, you know, putting it in YouTube comments must not super secret. So, but it's going to be taken. There is a maintainer for Alicent's mods, certainly Roots and Embers. So that's all good news. But I've even seen, and don't take this as anything other than just talking online really, and shit posting, because what else is Vasky well known for other than shit posting? But even Vasky has been making noises of discontent to some degree with modded Minecraft at the moment. So yeah, it is interesting time. Right, now if I want to go back and I want to unveil some more terrain, I'm going to go through that little bit of the map there, I think. So I think we are going to see casualties, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing, because when you have a very stable modded Minecraft environment, when you have, well, let's just say when you have 1.10, for example. So that's not a cave, is it? That is, I mean, a spawner. That is just a thing. You tend to start to get a status quo in mods, and you'll start to see the same old mods in the same old mod packs with the same old other mods, and everybody will have their same old favourite mods. And I suppose I should, while I'm flying above this thing, be keeping my eyes out for a desert temple, shouldn't I? They're not overly well. One of the things with desert temples is they're not well seen from multi-map, whereas they're probably better seen from the air as a bat. So, but what happens obviously is you get mods. I mean, let's be honest, Stormcraft, for all of its amazingness, did stifle to a degree magic mod creation for a while, because it was the gold standard. It was what everybody held the ruler up to, and said, well, it's not as good as Stormcraft. If you did a magic mod, and in 1.710, the comparator, the thing that everybody was going to compare it to, was Stormcraft. And Blood Magic, everybody, when Blood Magic first came along, it was like, well, it's good, but it's not Thorncraft. And to a degree, it's a shame when people do those comparisons, because they can be. I'm just wondering which way to go. They can be. These mods can be so much more. They can take stuff from other mods. They can take knowledge, they can take things they've learned, they can take new techniques and come up with new things. And if you stop comparing everything to what we've always had in the past, then you get new things. And yeah, they're not necessarily always going to be better. That kind of goes without saying. It's not just because it's new doesn't make it better. Just because it's different doesn't make things better. It's just the way the world works for me is that we have a tendency to, myself included, we have a tendency to view the world through rose-tinted time spectacles. I can't think of a better way of describing them. They're rose-tinted glasses, but they are tainted somewhat by Thorncraft reference, you see. Not unintentional Thorncraft reference. They are tainted somewhat by our fond recollection of the so-called great mods that we remember, or whatever it may be. You get any car buffs, any car heads, any gear heads, any piston heads, or whatever the phrase they like to call themselves. Anybody who is remotely interested in cars, and you put them in a room and and get them to talk about the great cars, and they'll pick, depending on their age, they'll pick a certain type of car. People of my generation might mention with fondness, say, the Capri, or the Ford Escorts. Just for example, I'm not for a moment saying that those are great cars. By the way, I really don't have any strong feeling or experience, but you know what I mean. You will find different generations will remember different things as being the greats, like cars or whatever it is. And it's the same with mods. I think mods have their champions. Oh, let's have a look in here. Ooh, hang on. I'm just going to hide up here from the skeleton. He's seen me. Nice shot, sir, though. That was a good one. Let's leave them alone. Right. Yeah, so I do think that the modded scene is going to have some interesting challenges. Yeah, I think it's already got some interesting challenges right now. You know, with the or a Capri. I had an Escort 1.8 litre turbo diesel. It was my first car that I bought myself when I was single, and it was all right. It was a car. You know, what more can you say about it? It was a car. Yeah, I say, for me, a car is a tool. It's something you use to get from A to B, and you know, if you want to get from A to B faster, you have a faster tool. Well, actually, not much point in this country with the way that speeding fines are now being handled. But you know, you might have done. But yeah, I do think, I don't know whether you saw on Twitter this week, Dinnerbone has announced that 1.13 is now in a state where they could almost do a snapshot in that it's not crashing. Now, bear that in mind, 1.13. Now, my current pack, the SIDS Modded Live pack, has got, I think it's about 86 mods in it. And currently, it's a 1.10. And there are 5 mods missing for me to go to 1.11. And 58 mods missing for me to go to 1.12. Think about that. Well, 58 mods are not updated to 1.12, and they're already announcing snapshots for 1.13. And I still genuinely do believe they are releasing snapshots too frequently, too rapidly, with too little content. I just don't think, you know, I mean, honestly, I couldn't tell you what was in 1.13 other than that book, which I don't want anyway because I've got JEI. It's an interesting dilemma. What do you do? How do you define or determine these things? And of course, Mojang don't care about the modding community. That's not their community. They care about. Right, okay. Let me just put this down before I continue. Hey, and this is going to be problematic, isn't it? Yeah. All right, I'll go and put some stuff away. But Mojang really don't care about the modding community. It's not in their interest to do so. They might care enough that it comes up with some good ideas for them. I don't know whether that's a politically correct thing to say, but I'll say it anyway. You know, I think there are a number of items which are taken, shall we say, borrowed, maybe even. Okay, yeah, let me just empty that out as well. Oh, that and that, yeah, all of those. In you go. That. Oh, I didn't want the iron. Oh, well, too late. It's in there now. It's gone. Oh, and a grafter. Don't forget that as well. Yeah. So, and of course, ultimately, you would have to be naive to believe that Java Minecraft will not end one day. Right, what was I going for? I wanted you. You're my and I wanted you. They're the two. These water and lapis makes prismarine. Lava and water surprisingly makes obsidian chicken. So what did I pick up there? Lava chicken. Okay, you went there. You are water chicken, you go there. You are lapis chicken, so you can go there. You are the blitz rod chicken. You need to actually have a spot in the system. Oh, and you need to have a spot in the system as well. So yeah, it's just yeah, I mean, I saw someone complaining about the mansions the other day, and I mean, yeah, it is the nature of people is to grumble about all of this stuff, you know. But the mansions were prismarine shard. Okay, thought that was what I put in. Yes, it was. Okay. Yeah, the mansion itself was. Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, the mobs were great, but the loot was diabolical. You know, people sitting there saying that there really wasn't any loot. It was that bad. It was just nasty. And what they'd really done with that one is to just use the pre-built structures thing to do that anyway. Right, so blitz. Let me just have a look. I need to have a look at what I do with the blitz rod. Oops. Because the blitz rod goes to make a blizz rod, and we need to combine you with a snowball chicken. There you go, snowball chicken. Right, make babies, and that needs to go into the system as well, and we'll be good. I just think they just need to. I don't think they need to slow down much, just a little teeny weeny bit. Enderium chickens, by the way, give nuggets. We learned this. So yeah, they don't need to slow down much, just a little, and you know, the world I think will be better. But then, you know, they're not doing it to satisfy us either, are they? Let's be brutally honest. They are doing it to satisfy the people who play vanilla. And I really don't. I don't play vanilla. I am a non-vanilla player. I probably will go back and play vanilla at some point. But right now, I really don't see much point. I've got 3 resident tender cows. I have, haven't I? Oh, cool. Bonus. Oh dear. Alright, what am I doing? I am going to snowball chicken. I don't want snowball chicken. I want you to give birth to the right kind of chicken. Right, so what colour clay should we use for the factory walls? Obviously we have those. That's not a huge amount, but I'm going to take a couple of stacks of this with me anyway. I'm also going to pop that and that and that away actually for now. That I will need sooner rather than later, even though I've got a spare. Yeah, that's fine. Let's have a look. What shall we do? Clay. Blue hardened clay is almost purple, and I actually do like that as a colour, but not with red. Not with red. I tried to, but I'm not entirely sure what is there. Is there a Milka block by any chance? Milk jar. Oh, we're gonna have to make one of those later, just because I think they're brilliant. But I tried it with the automatic user and it just did not want to play. And we don't have the autonomous activator, do we? You got the auto breaker, auto placer, you got automatic feeder. Now, if we'd have had a mechin. Well, I'm thinking I like bright colours. What you see, I don't think. Man. I'm going to go with blue. Blue with red trim. I know it's gross, but there you go. This is what you got. And I've got lots of lapis, so that's not a problem. So we'll just stick you in there and we'll get a bit of blue. It satisfies my desire to make purple things. Oh no, that's all right. Right, let's get back in. So I tried setting up an automatic user. I didn't want to play. At the end of the day, I'm not too desperate for milking them. I mean, once I've got a full tank of most of those ingredients, then I'm more than happy anyway. So let me try this out. So I want to come in at this height. And we're going to have that. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space 1, 2. Just a single door. In fact, I'm going to do something slightly different. Thank you, server. I'm going to have 2 doors. Yeah, it's only slightly different. Purple concrete. Yeah. I may use concrete yet on the floor. Let me just get this in. And then I think we're going to have, it's going to be a 1, 2, that's 3, that's 4. And then this is where we bring the red in, the red stripe. And it's going to look bizarre. I know it's going to look I think it's going to look quite odd, to be honest, but that's fine. I like odd. Suits my personality. And we'll do the same here. And then we can bring you all the way around here. And I've got no idea why I'm going with the red trim. I honestly, I'm just kind of winging it. Really am. Right, and then we can come up here like that, like that, and get a couple of those in. Now, how do I'm thinking. Fairly high. That's got to have a. Oh, it's got a face. All right, so that's that. And then if we were to get our hammer out and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let me get up here. We'll get this out. Whee. And we'll have all that out as well. And then we can come back up here and go 1, 2, 3, and there's your 4th. There's the floor level. Now this is going to be odd. This is actually going to have a, yeah, this is going to have to be 5. Or would it make more sense? Where the hell did all that come from? Oh, I went through one of these, didn't I? Purple ninja piggies from space. I really don't even want to know. Okay, so I'm thinking, let's get back into person mode. It's a bit dark, so we'll stab a few torches down. And then we can do that. Now, how big do I want this floor to be? I don't want it to be huge. I've got an idea. I have got an idea. Back-to-back mode. And swap that back out and go and get this in here. And then we'll do a double. The advantage of being a bat, the ability to be able to tunnel a one. Oh dear. I was going to say, I was beginning to think you'd lost the plot there. But clearly it was me. Let's give it a wider headband for starters then. Because why not? And like that. Thank God to be able to change shape into a bat, that's all I'll say. Okay, right. So if I want to come up here and I wanted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we went to say here. But then, oh crap, I'm out of red already. I knew. Oh, hang on. I made that thingy, didn't I? The thingy. Oh, it doesn't interface with the system. With the drawers. I don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't. But it's fine. We shall have the final red clay. That will be enough. We don't need a lot more, I don't think. And we'll get in there and we'll just what the hell was I doing? Oh, I was going to come across here. I'm just trying to imagine how weird it must be seen if you saw a bat wandering along on the floor, desperately trying to reach up high enough to wield a pick. I think it would look peculiar, to say the least. Right, anyway, enough about that. Let's get into here and become human again. Get the hammer going over there. Right, we'll have to take a hit there, I think. Oops. Yeah, maybe bat form would have been better, I don't know. These hammers last no time at all, you know. Yes, I did. And it appeared to work, and then it suddenly all stopped. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to jump back to you, and we'll come along here, take all this lot out. So, yeah, I don't know what was going on with it, but it clearly wasn't playing, I think, the way it was designed to play. Let me just do this from the top. Might be easier from the top. Yeah, well, so this is going to be, again, using that kind of semi two-story affair, but this one's having a mezzanine floor in there, and we'll see where we go. So yeah, what's I've been doing this weekend anyway? For myself, I've erected a hot tub this weekend. That was entertaining. Right, hang on. So, oh, it doesn't matter, I'm a bat. I can fly. Look, Ma, I can fly. Yeah, so the darling wife for her 50th has decided that she deserved a hot tub. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So that is the top of that. So I'm just planning out here while I'm doing it. 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do, and I'm going to do this in, but I'm going to do this all in blue. I don't want the red at the top here. I think it'll look. I think it'll look some. Oh, hello. I think it'll look strange. He says, building a chunk out of building Teletubby land. I'm honest. I'm building Teletubby land here. However, the other side of it was I did actually want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, do I want to have? Yeah, actually, 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, we've got to take out this. Yeah, so that was entertaining because I have absolute zero experience of that kind of thing. So it was an education, shall we say. If nothing else, just for the amount of sheer amount of chemicals you have to faff around with and tests to get the water right, and it was entertaining. 2, 3, 4. We'll get you in here, then that will come around like so. That's fine, and then we'll take this out and grab it. I'm going to need a lot more of this blue clay, aren't I? And then we probably want to do something like this. Now I'll do something on the top here. This was just to get a feel for what we're doing around here, because yeah, that's going to be a roof. But my thoughts are that I don't really want to see all of this, so let us, no, not that bit. Yeah, there's nothing. I like the using the bright colours. That is not where I want to. I just said that. I'll find the right tool. What we'll do is we'll just make this spread. Over like that. There we go. That just hides that nicely in there. If you're wondering what the hell's going on, me too. But oh, I need more red. Yeah, well, red's easy. Red is easy. Stack of that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and we're good. Let me just get rid of those and a bit of that and a bit of that, and yeah, that'll do us. Right, where are we? Yeah, so that was a big chunk of my weekend, and I've been doing a few other bits and pieces around the place as well, just while we finally get ourselves sorted. Right, this needs to come across here to there. This is where we I definitely think we've got the right kind of choice going on here, that we're going to take out this layer here all the way, and then we'll cover it out. We'll put red in and we'll cover that over. We'll cover it over with dirt, so it appears to be almost part of the landscape, rising up through it, a little bit sticking out there. Because I must admit, I am not a big fan of how do you do that though? Suppose we can just do that. It'll fly. It may look like a mess at the moment, but rest assured it will also look like a mess when I'm done. I have no idea. What am I doing? Yeah, come here. Come here. You're wondering why I'm doing it like this, some of this. Yeah, it's a very good question. I don't have an answer, I'm just saying. Right, so that is the edge, that's fine. So we'll grab all of this out, and we should be reasonably good. Almost there, and I have done some fairly interesting modern builds over the years, and this one I'm still not 100% sure about. Still bits to me that are not quite ringing true. But we'll get there. And hey, it will be awesome, he says. It gives us a nice big space to work with anyway. Right. So, what we're going to have is we're going to have this is just going to be solid colour, at least until you get to any points where there are things, and then we run out of clay. So that's that going on there. Now there's going to be nothing on the roof. I'm not going for I will go for a grass roof, but it's not going to be accessible. I need a lot more blue clay. Let me sort that out. Three. I don't know whether that's going to be enough, you know. I may have to make another trip. But who knows? We will find out. What we need is a chicken that poops out coloured clay. Just saying. Okay, so that is going to come around here, and then we'll have a little gap there. Oops. It's amazing how quickly you can get used to having a magnet in your builds as well. Alright, that's fine. This bit there is fine. Alright, here's a thought. This is just a little thought, because I am actually pretty convinced that I am not going to have enough clay without going back, and I really don't want to have to go back and grab clay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to first off go and then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 and like that, and 4. Oh, yeah, let me just go and quickly make one more thing. Right. I'm not far off having all the chickens now, to be honest. Right. However, this particular thing here is problematic. So, because we need so much of this blue clay. For these areas, I'm not necessarily going to do the same. But for if you ever like me and you're in a little bit of a straits where you've got a certain amount of resource, but you don't have quite enough to do it exactly the way you want, I suppose would be the best way of doing it. First things first, you go in and you take the if there's any corners which are on these corners here where you can't see them, take them out and replace them with something that doesn't matter, like say cobble. But why are you replacing all of this with cobble, you say? No, I didn't hear you say that at all. But you would be if you'd thought of it, I'm sure. Well, here's the thing. That block there in face mode is 1, 2, 3 is 16 wide. So if I come up here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then take these and go into connected plane, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've now filled in 16 blocks with 1 block of blue clay. And that is the way to really make your materials, eke them out, shall we say. So yeah, pro tip. Pro tip. What we shall do is I need to just check where. I suppose it doesn't matter. You won't get as much coverage. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because you're still not gonna see these. And of course I could do the same with the red clay, which I may do. I'll leave that one in. That one can stay, and these two can stay because they're suitably convoluted. me just get these. Let me check that bag. Oh, we've got loads of space. And what I should actually do then is come through here and take all this lot out as well. I'm going to leave that outside wall just because. Because I can, because I will, and because I've got quite a lot of this stuff going. I've just not got enough, and I think that's the key: working between quite a lot and not enough. Damn it! Right, let me just take that lot out, and we should be good. Right, let me get you, get that, take those, delete them, get half a dozen of these, and do the same. Just break them down. If you want to speed that up, just go for the quarter block. The only thing is to remember to put it back into plane mode once you've done. And then we can basically fill this all back in. I mean, I could have actually just left the original wall in, and had I, in hindsight, I probably would have done. But this works. Get lots of lovely things. This is similar in some respects. I'm trying to think of the mod now, but there was a mod. It was definitely in Tolkiencraft. It was one place we used it. And well, hang on. I will leave that. That is fine. Yeah, it was definitely Tolkiencraft, and the mod was you made these alabaster walls. I don't know whether you recall it. I can't think of the mod name. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Oh. Right, we're out of that, so let me just break down another. And finish up. Yeah, and it was a very similar thing. You know, you built your wall out of this neutral coloured item, and then everything else was done by then painting the blocks, and chisels and bits is a little bit like that, in that you know you can take a veneer of, you know what, I know I've got, where are we? Potter gave me a builder's wand. For one thing, it's not a builder's wand, it's a different name, but it is a builder's wand. I just need to go and find it. And I know we've got that remote thing as well, haven't I, which I keep on forgetting. Building wand, how does this work? Okay. Okay, right, so select at least one block of the area. Okay, oh, right. No, that's not working. Oh, hang on. Was it shift? Okay, well, that works. but it's faster at least. Take it from there, and then we'll go this way as well. No. That's not right. Damn it. Oh dear. Get there eventually. Right, and then... Oh, I see, yes. I'm trying to do the whole thing, isn't it? And then we can just go, let me get a whole bag of these. No, not potato. Chisel. Much better tool for taking blocks apart than your average potato. If you ever see anybody trying to do any DIY, whether they're trying to hang a door, you know, get the hinges in and stuff, and you see them trying to do it with a potato, you might want to advise them that a chisel would be a better choice. Just, you know, as a favour to them, really. Save them the embarrassment of oh, here we go. Yeah. Right. What have we got left in there? We've got a lot of that. Okay, but not a lot of you. Okay, that's fine. Where'd I got to? So 16 by 16 is going to be, it's actually quite a lot, isn't it? But we can now at least paint this side here. And that will give us something. Now, what shall we do for the floor? I think you're probably right. Maybe a concrete would make an interesting floor. Definitely an interesting build. I'll give it that. I'm kind of looking at it going, my God, what have you built? Actually, yeah, we're okay at that. I'll leave those all entirely in. And then we can just come down here. And not to forget, probably that one, definitely that and 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 that. And then we've got this one side to do, which we probably again want to get rid of all the crappy stuff. So yeah, whoops. I'll have a look at the concrete in a moment. Maybe we'll do, oops, that, and we'll definitely be doing that. And that should give us plenty of wiggle room for all of that. And then we'll just put one of those there. And I think something like that there, big long wall. Alright, well, we've got a shell. We also do need to bring this up, and I want this to come up quite high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, and this will become apparent, the use for this, but Get a bit of that going. And then we'll do the same. If I come across with this at this height, no, gimme, and we'll get moving too fast. Now this one is going to be an interesting one because we're going to be putting I think a block there and there perhaps. That was interesting, wasn't it? And we'll do a double lip around the top there. Alright, it's starting to take shape. We need to get some more dirt in underneath down here, and well, actually that dirt needs to come out, but let's have a look. What we got? Concrete we were talking about. Do we think concrete for the floor? I'm tempted not to use a vivid bright colour for this. I'm thinking light grey concrete. And we make that using sand and gravel. How much of that have we got? Sand shouldn't be a problem. I've got a chicken pooping sand. I don't have a chicken pooping gravel though. Yeah, I've only got 64 gravel. Sand I'm okay for though. Well, the best place to get gravel is probably. Oh, damn you, realistic terrain generation. I was going to say the best place to get gravel is probably a gravel beach. Had we got a gravel beach? We don't actually have a gravel beach, we have this thing. So let me just think, where's gravel? Gravel. You see, look at them. All lovely, pristine white beaches. Where's the nearest gravel? Oh, chilly. Excuse me a second. Just let me double it. There we go. I had a rather nice salad for tea. I know people will say salad and rather nice, how dare you. I'm actually kind of getting into salad at the moment. There's extreme hills over that way. And I'm eating a hell of a lot of salad. I mean, well, the other place that would be perfect for it would be down there. But, of course, as a squid, I'd be swimming, which means I would be the equivalent of flying. And what are you? Crushed ice. I don't think... I mean, crushed ice, presumably we could use for temperature differentials. You look like liquid glass. Come here, you. Useless cow. Yeah, you're useless. I don't know how I've just earned that achievement. I've killed lots of cows. But anyway, we're getting distracted. Hello, librarian. How are you? Not back. Respiration, that's a nice enchant. Oi, there's a lot of librarians up here actually. I'm just so easily distracted. Doesn't take much really. Hello, blue cow. A water cow. Destabilized redstone. I've got one of you. What are you, Mr. Pinky? Protein. I definitely want to get some of those bee cat. Actually, I'm going to grab one. I'm going to grab. Where you gone? Come back here, you. Protein is useful for gendustry, if I remember rightly. Long time since I've done anything with bees. We will do something with bees. Bees are going to be a targeted thing, and I'm going to... Well, it's going to be, unfortunately, there's going to be a little bit of duplication, because what I want to do for bees and apiary control in this is going to be the same as I do in my naphtha and liquid concrete. Same as I do in my SIDS Modded Life World, which will be... Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. How much gravel do you want? How much gravel would you like? I would like to get a whole load of it, please. Yeah, so, but I want to use, I want to try and use XNet, because I think XNet is a mod that was absolutely made for bee breeding and maintenance. Now, with gendustry, it kind of XNet is less useful. So it may be that I only do it in the SIDS Modded Life World. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But we'll grab a whole load of gravel. This is a point where if I were recording, I'd say I'll be back in 5 minutes, or I'll be back in a mo. But unfortunately, I can't. So. Oh yeah, I'm not a big. Well, I don't drink milk at all. I can't stand the stuff. And there is a good story behind my not liking milk, especially for someone who grew up on a farm, and it was a dairy farm at that, which you would expect. You know, a lot of people have said, "Oh, is it because you grew up on a dairy farm, and you know you knew how the cows were treated or something?" And it's like, no. I'm not such a rabid animal rights person that I would sit there and get upset, you know, over someone milking a cow. I think, you know, it's a perfectly, for me, that is a perfectly normal behaviour. Now, there's been a lot of stories and horror stories about dairy farmers and taking the baby cows from the mother, and you know, just a few hours old, and blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, whatever. No, my reason for disliking milk, stem back to the 70s. That would have been around about 1976. And anybody who's from the UK or who's watching will know this one. Back in the 70s, we used to get in our primary schools, we used to get every afternoon a bottle of milk as part of our primary school education system thing, to promote healthy bones and all that kind of, you know, malarkey. And then, of course, Margaret Thatcher came along, and she got herself the name Margaret Thatcher the Milk Snatcher for taking that particular milk out of primary schools. But not before they'd done the damage for me. And what they'd used to do is the milk used to come quite fresh and quite chilled, I suppose would be the better way of saying it. It would be really, really cold. And consequently, you knew you were having that milk if you drank it as it came, because it was brain freeze milk. And what they used to do is they would quite often warm said milk on the windowsill in the sun for a little while, just to, you know, take the edge off it. And I used to like my milk. I used to drink my milk like a good boy. And am I going the right way? I'm just sat there sort of flying. Yeah, I'm going the right way. And then one day the milk came, and they put it on the windowsill to warm in the spring sun. And it was a nice warm day. And I don't know why. Maybe the milk float had not been refrigerated, or it hadn't been chilled as much. But the milk itself was already quite warm when it arrived, and consequently, when it got to me, and they gave it to me, I opened the bottle and I took one sniff of it, and it had gone off. It had gone rancid. It had gone off in the heat. So I refused to drink it. Still 6, 7 year old me, you know, refusing to drink this milk. And the teacher said, "Don't be silly. You know, you've been ridiculous. Drink your milk. You know, you're not leaving until you drink." And basically, not to want of a better word, forced me to drink this milk, which was absolutely gone off. It was vile. You know, it really was the worst you can imagine. Horrible, nasty milk. And yeah, so I wanted a grey dye, don't I? Grey. You light grey. So yeah, that was the long and short of my immediate lack of a love affair with milk. I drank it. It was off. It made me ill, physically ill, and I never drank milk again. Now, as I've gone on through the years, I've kind of realised that I do realise the source of my aversion to milk, and I also realise my, you know, that it is in some respects irrational. You know, it has no basis in any form of fact. It's just me disliking something because of a formative years childhood memory. So I do realise that it's not a sensible dislike. I'm probably going to need more than this, but we'll go with this to start off with. Oh, cheese now. Oh yeah, 1970s teachers at primary schools were pretty bad in some respects. I don't know. I don't know whether. I mean, oh man, I'm definitely going to need more, aren't I? But yeah, no, I love cheese. Me and cheese are bestest friends. Me and yogurt, not so much. Yogurt, let's face facts, yogurt is milk that's gone off, so I'm really not a fan of yogurt. But me and cheese, yeah, I like my cheese. Now, if you were to ask me what my favourite cheese is, then I would say that there is a small area of the UK, not far from Nottingham, where I live, called Rutland. And they make a cheese named after their area, so you know, Rutland. And oops, oh hang on, that was interesting. All right, I need what, maybe 2 more. If I want to do the ceiling in the same colour, I'll probably want 2 more stacks at least. Right, and this cheese is absolutely, the flavour of this cheese is incredible. It's a cheese which is actually made with beer as well as the normal cheese. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna, while it's night time, we're gonna go and check on our chucks, because there should be chucks. Hello. Oh, I've still got a cow in here, haven't I? Damn it. Yeah, but it is such a amazingly flavoured cheese. I love this stuff. So yeah, cheese, yeah, we're fine. We get on well, me and cheese. Actually, you are going to go in there. And then, come here, you. You are also going to go in there. And we'll go back down to there. Yeah, there was, I think it was very much linked to that the great, what's the word? It was almost like a post-Victorian thing, even though it was like 70 odd years after Victorian morals came along. In that, you know, it was that kind of mentality of children should be seen and not heard. Don't talk back to your elders. Respect your elders was a common one you got. And whilst I agree that respect is an important aspect of life, I also think that... Oh, hello. Why? Oh, I bet you haven't got a... Alright, it doesn't matter. We can clear that later. So I think it came from that. Children should be seen and not heard. You should always respect your elders. You should do what your elders tell you. You know, all of those good things which we came to expect from let me just get rid of clear the whole lot there. From the UK at that time, you know, that kind of mentality. And I think we've kind of gone too far the other way in some respects now, because I do believe that we are in some ways too lax. If I wanted a... I need one of them then, don't I? Because I'll bet I've not got any of those expansions made. Have I? Hang on, I should be able to have a look at the word upgrade, shouldn't I? Yeah, we've got... Right, so those are basically a draw controller with some sticks. So that will make me 2 of those, I think. It will. And then I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a double them up while we're at it. So yeah, I think, I mean, that was also, I mean, the entire reason I was so bad at, well, it took me so long to learn to swim properly, to be honest, is entirely due to the English public school system, for want of a better phrase. It was an interesting time, but I think we had a few very short-sighted individuals, shall we say. Where shall we put one of these? We'll void that on there. That's one done. Because it was actually a swimming teacher that basically scared the living crap out of me and stopped me swimming for a goodly amount of my life. Right, that chicken needs to have its egg go up there. I need to just check these and then we'll get back on with this concrete, which is really what we needed to do. Obsidian egg. Obsidian egg. Okay, let me think. Oh crap, I've got bloody snowballs on me. I don't want those. Right. I was doing concrete, wasn't I? That's right. Well, you see, my particular one was again same primary school. Yeah, never go to the same primary school as me. No, it was all right. It was like anything. Your experiences are widely varied, and of course it was, 4 decades ago now. So hardly. Oh, hang on. All right, I need another 8. But it was, a genuine thing, and because me too, because so we learnt to swim like most kids do, and you got your little water, you got your little floats, and you were allowed to, you'd float around on those, and everything was good. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And of course, what would happen is eventually, in any good educational system, you would get to the point where you were competent and comfortable, and you would then join the, you know, once you get to that point, you would, well, want for a better word, swim. And that's how it's supposed to work. Now, in this particular instance, this teacher, and again, I use the word loosely, I suspect at that time the only qualification you needed to teach kids to swim was the ability to swim. I'm fairly certain there were no checks done on people. You know, I'm almost certain there was no childhood as children at risk register or anything along those lines. But that's fine, because, you know, all you had to do was teach them to swim. So this teacher, I was fine. I was paddling around. I got my float, and I'm more than happy with my float. I'm just, you know, doing my thing. And of course, comes the day where we're all graduating out. Oops, hang on, let me just let that spread out nicely. There we go. Wow. You shift along that concrete when it's wet, don't you? So, whoa. Looks nice though. So we had this, you know, the decision to, well, everybody was now graduating from the float, and I was not comfortable with the idea of graduating from the float. So she took the float off me and pushed me in. And I promptly sank straight to the bottom, as you do when you're a reluctant swimmer like that, and thus I never really went any further with my swimming lessons. Anyway, that's got a concrete floor down, which is all nice. Let me see about bringing this up. So I was 14 when I really got over that particular thing and learned to swim. Not through any professional swims. So now, the fact that I'm now going swimming, I'll go swimming twice a week now with at work, and I wanted to grab all of these up. I know this seems madness, but we need this for the roof. Interesting particle effect, eh? No, I'm fine with my head underwater, provided I've got a regulator in my mouth. I dive, so. And snorkeling's fine. What I don't like is getting water in my eyes. That freaks me out. You know, that is a genuine freak out moment for me. Okay, so I want to go. Right, now here's the thing. I should be able to cut. I should be able to chisel. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to just do another. Just get this all filled in, if I've got enough. I hope I have. But yeah, I'm fine diving. That doesn't bother me. My biggest problem is the only swimming stroke I do is the breaststroke. You know, jokes on a postcard. Because there's some obvious jokes there, which are obviously obvious. But yeah, it is a difficult one, and I do think that probably, in fact, you know, I would guarantee I'm not alone. There's almost certainly somebody else like me in the world out there right now who would be swimming fine if it weren't for the attentions of an even old witch of a swimming instructor who should never have even been allowed near children. But the good news, the good news as far as I'm concerned is that there is with the where I swim, as I say, swimming twice a week. twice a week for about, well, not for about, I do exactly 22, well at the moment 22 lengths, 550 meters, and you know, I love it. I think I really do enjoy it. I think it's a great thing. I feel a lot better for it. I feel like I would be better for it if I had the skill and the confidence to do this without how do I want to do this floor, by the way? I want to do the floor here. So hang on, you're going to go up there. Yeah, if I had more styles of swimming, so breaststroke is fine, but it's quite slow, and consequently, or at least as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I find it slow. And let's make this concrete go further, shall we? It also has the advantage that it becomes transparent. Yeah. Navy as a poor swimmer, as someone who doesn't swim very well, is an interesting career choice. I mean, the best advice I will give anybody now, or the advice I would personally suggest is, I won't say it's the best advice, it's just the advice I've got, is to, oh, bum, is to, yeah, no, not bum, is to just get out there and try it, and remember that as long as you can keep your lungs relatively inflated, so if you take half breaths, you can't sink. You really can't. Hiya, how are you doing? You know, you will, especially in the sea, and if you really are terrified if you struggle swimming, go snorkeling, because then you've got your head underwater with a mask and you've got a tube. You know, you don't have to worry about breathing. Tube does it for you. Well, not tube does it for you, but tube provides it, so you're not so thing. That made the biggest difference to me, I think, was when I first started snorkeling. What are you? You're cobblestone. I don't want cobblestone. I want all the cobblestone to get out of my life, like that. Go away. Right, where was I? I was rambling, wasn't I? Vietnam. I'm not from Vietnam. No, I didn't go to Vietnam. I've never been to Vietnam. In fact, I've never been that far anywhere around the world. But yeah, I broke my chisel. And now that one's not doing the right thing. The nice thing is, with the swimming side of things, I say, is that the pool I swim at, which is at work, it's the the university facilities. So it's quite a good deal, actually. Yeah, I know I do complain a bit at work about it, but that's only because I can. So it's the actual sports facility there is a £40 million sports facility. It's brand new, just finished this year, and it has everything. It has absolutely everything you can imagine is being basically oh bum. Hang on. Let me swap that back. I need to get back up there and go and fix that now. But yeah, so it's a huge sports facility, and obviously I'm very lucky to have access to it. It's interesting, actually. There are a number of people who who actually complain about it. They go, "Oh, it's not very good," or it's like, you know, it's huge. It is massive. We have martial arts dojos. We have, you name it, it exists in this facility. Fencing we can do. You can swim. There's badminton courts. There's squash courts. There's a gym with well over 200 pieces of equipment in it. It's really, really good. It's got a few issues, like any new build. It's brand new, and it's after you're coming up to a year old, and people are starting to spot the shall we say, they're starting to spot the gremlins that have not been quite cleared. But for the most part, they've kind of got it right. I think it's perfect. Rain just the way we like it. Okay, so if I bring us down to, that's one, that's a 3x3 there, that brings them down. Okay, and then we can continue on up here with this. We'll get there. It won't work with bits, I don't think. It would probably work with if I'm got a whole load of the shapes. How's that bag looking? But not with the individual bits. Be nice if it did. Hint, hint. Any chisels and bit sorters out there watching. There probably isn't. I'm not actually having any real problems though with this. It's more. Come on. I mean, I could use the saw, but I tend to find that's not. Personally, I don't find the placement as easy with the saw. Okay, and I'm gonna need to do some more yet anyway. We're getting there. It's starting to look bright. Hi, Barty. So what do we got going on over there? We are going to no. Just finish this off and right, let me come in here and I'm going to take a whole load of this out, I think. Just keep my eye on that bag. That's probably about the limit there. It's Coop Life by Vagrim. Yeah, Coop Life. Stable on FTB on the technical. What are we on now? Are we on Curse Launcher? Twitch Launcher. Yeah, Twitch Launcher. I can't keep up with all the changes we keep making. Yeah, pretty good. We'll get there. We'll get this roof in, and then we can put the floor back into the factory that I've chiselled out quite happily. It might be easier flying, you know, you're right. I can just get up here and... No. Alright, and... Laters. Twitchy, cursed launcher of dirtiness. Yeah, maybe we should petition them to call it that rather than, you know, whatever it is. Wow, it doesn't go far, does it? How many blocks do you reckon I've got? I reckon another strip across will... get us close to it. Oops. What do you think for thinking it through? What do we think for the actual windows? Bright electric pink glass? No. Maybe I'll go with black. Black works. Black goes with everything, or well, goes with everything eventually, doesn't it? Go and grab that lot. Come on, let's get this done. Must be getting close now. Jesus. Now one, that's two, that's three. There, let's go here. The black glass and Frenchman and red trims for crosshatch. Really? How many do we reckon we've got there? 1, 2, 3 and a bit. So that's 2, that's 3. Let's just do that. That should do us, I think. Well, it'll do us for this bit. However, I also need a layer for up here, which is a 9, and then 9 over there. So some. That's 2, that's 4, that's 6, that's 8, that's 10. And finally, to take out 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus the one I've got makes 9. That should be sufficient. Well, they say it should be sufficient, but there's more. I need more. I need more! Book it. We really need a means of crafting this stuff that doesn't involve putting a bucket of water down. Really, really, really do. Alright, let me bring this down. Okay. So again, we're going to just take it up. Take these out. Let's go with that for now. And then we'll get this going across here. And eventually we'll run out of more bits. Okay, where are we going? Yeah, I've seen, I mean, so I can't remember, it was in the comments, I think it might have been Maine mentioned it. Might have been Maine, but about doing a concrete fountain, which sounds interesting, but you know, I'm not sure whether I could be bothered with the hassle. But we can just get this little spiral in, that will should work adequately. Handy bit at that, because I can see that much lower down. I need, I reckon, one, maybe two more. That'll work. Let's go into human mode and yeah, kind of works. Alright, so armed with that, let's go grab some glass. I know I've got the crafting paddle, but while I'm near a crafting bench it seems kind of silly not to use it. Okay, and while I'm near the kitchen I should drop off this food that's clogging up my inventory as well. If I had any space. Okay, we'll do it over here. I actually did want, oh crap, yeah, I wanted that. Did I not have some black glass panes? Got clear glass panes. Alright, you know what, it's not like I'm desperate for glass, is it? I've got infinite sand and I've got infinite glass, even though I've got chickens that poop out both. So let us go and so how about that? And then where's my crafting paddle? Let's make a stack of 64 of those. Not 64 was it? Let's make those. And then we're going to come down here and repeat this thing coming up here. Now I've just realised one thing that I spotted, and that should be that, perhaps like that, with maybe even that coming on. Alright, so with that, we're now sorted there. And then we'll do this up here. We'll get this eventually, and then we can think about power, which is always a bonus. I think we also probably need to strip that back a little bit, but that's fine, that's not a problem. Now these ones here, I'm just going to go with, in fact I think we'll just use, yeah, we'll go with plain glass panes across the board. I'm tempted to do chisels and bits, but I don't think it would really help. Now what have we got? There is, if I get my chisel, you can't chisel that, and there isn't any real textures anymore. So anyway, that's those. Let's get the crafting paddle back in there, and we'll make another. Yeah, 32 will be probably enough. Okay. And then down here, and over here, and over here, and there we go. So, well, not there we go, because then we're going to have I need more. Of course you do. Since when did you never need more than you thought in Minecraft? It is one of those skills which I must admit I've never got. I've never managed to what I would say accurately develop a feel for the correct amounts and quantities of glass that you need for these things. I'm going to put this up here as well because I can. It's actually not necessary on this one, but that's fine. And then we're going to come in. We'll come in as a person just to check what the actual walkway is like, and maybe no, you know what, if you fall off of that, it's your own full fault. Alright, what we got going on here? I would like then to take out that and that and that. See, I'm wondering if I'd have come down the other way. Let me just try something here. If I reverse the direction, there. that might work better. And then we just pop that in there. That works much better, I think, because we end up with a proper flow into here, and then we can run out of glass again. That's what we can do. Okay, right, and then we can just get this in and get this, and then down the stairs, and that's all good. All right, let me replace all this. And wow, can't even move you. Use shift on this stuff, don't you? Yeah, let me bat it up. What are we up at, actually? 10 o'clock. Alright, so we got that. I need dirt for there. I need some dirt and grass for up there. And I need dirt for down here. It's certainly bright. Let me go and grab some dirt. Come on. Right, and out. And in we go with this. Oh no, you need to come out because I want you to be a grass block. And of course, when you haven't got silk touch, if you ever need a grass block, the answer is chisels and bits. And in here we go. And then for the others, we can just let grass extend naturally, because that's not what I wanted. Neither is that. Alright, so that is a space for our machinery, which has been idle for the last couple of streams. Actually, we've really not done much with it at all. Not that there's a huge amount left for it to do. If we right, let's try that again. Yeah, kind of works. Not happy with that. That kind of fits in a bit better. So we got the Ninja Pig factory. I think that's going to become its official name now. We've got all of that. Let's go and see. Now, if you haven't figured out what that tower's for, it's going to be an immersive engineering windmill. And all I need to do, I think, is go and put that away. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Come here. We'll keep all of those, and we shall put that and that and that away. This can go into there. Lovely. All nice and tidy, just the way we like it. Well, except I want that glass, but we'll come back to that. So we should have in here, I think I put in some sails, not a full set of sails, but right, we've got hemp, we've got tough fabric, more hemp. I could have sworn I'd had more tough fabric than that, you know. But then again, I could have sworn I've had this conversation before as well. So, oh, a bucket of resin and ender there. That probably needs to be put away. We should actually go and check up on our chucks. I think that is... Oh, we've got a portable tank of something or other. I think that's the ethanol, the part of the fuel. So, is that it? Right, let's have a look. Uses for that makes a sail. We need a windmill blade, and for that we need treated wood. Ah, yes, that was right. And if I look in here, there is a tank, if I think, courtesy of Potter, full of creosote oil. Perfect. Yeah, we'll take that with us. We're going to need some wood. And we probably want to go and hide. Just fly over the old farm here, picking all the stuff up. Might as well. All right. So let me just get back into me mode. Wow, it's dark. Yeah, there was I had thought of stuff and things and stuff, but there you go. Right, so we got creosote. We've got a bucket. Our uses for that, we can do creosote wood block, which can nothing. So basically we need to make planks, and then we need to turn planks into sticks and all that good stuff. Automation. I keep on forgetting I've got it, and it does actually seem to be reasonably weak. I think it's hemp, isn't it? Yeah, or industrial hemp. Well, you can go in. See, these, that's the other thing. It's not feeding back into the system. I don't know what the hell's going wrong with this. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Have I got any? What have I got in the way of treated? I've got some treated wood. Get me it all, and all of those. In the meantime, I shall grab my thingy and go and see. I don't think this stays. If I do that, it just spits everything out, which is a pain. But it is the pain that we have. So there you go. Yeah. I don't know why I bothered putting the whole lot in, because you can't actually. All right. Let's do that. Hang on. Oh, no. It's all right. I know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, for searching is probably a thing, but this one is this one uses just another crafting bench, which is why. Whereas I'm using the real bench mod on Sid's Modded Life, which makes the normal crafting bench function very much like the thing. So we need to make the uses for those are, we need to make those, and that's 3 and 4. Okay, not those. 2, 3, And we need how many of those? So those we can make into a windmill, but we can make them into improved windmill with that, and we use those, 8 of those to make an improved windmill. And these we use with a stick to make that. Which is basically saying you haven't got a prayer. Because we need 4 of those to make an improved windmill, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives us 3. Use those with a steel ingot, which I have got. What I should do is get this going here. I'm nearly 3/8 of the way there. Now we can do a little bit more if I take those and do that and those. So that will take us to, let's have a look. That will take us to halfway there. Those 3 plus 1 more. Oops. So steel ingot, we need more fabric. And I'm not a bat. Right, if I look in here though, I thought I had a... Mind you, I lost the contents of my chest, so that's probably where all of my various hoofers have gone. Because I'm fairly certain I had a watering can. Although I might be completely mistaking that for a... well, we only got the... We can't make those, but we can make a watering can, which is just stone and a bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a bowl. Damn it. No, they changed the recipe, didn't they? It went slabs. Yep. All right. Now here's a question. Indexer. Do I have bowls? I appear not to have a bowl, so maybe I haven't made one. They can go back in, that can go in for there for now, and that can go in there for now. All of that can go in there. We'll go and we'll do a little bit of oh, hang on, let's they've really nerfed this bugger, haven't they, in the extra utilities? Really nerfed it. Fast though, when you get coupled with oh Jesus Christ, that is silly fast. Oops, did I manage to break one there? Good God, that is quick. Let's get that one back to growing. Wow. All right, well, bloody hell. steady on. Give me a chance. I haven't even had a chance to pick up what you dropped. Coupled with the worm and this soil, the only thing that would have made this more obscene would have been, say, well, let's say a rustic. Is it that? No. It's round a stick, isn't it? That's right. He says failing to completely do that. There you go. That's another 5. 13. Let's go see how we're doing. I can always come back, and it runs out of water quick. I see what. So yeah, that's obviously the downside. People mode. Recipe for that is that plus 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. Right. So I just base it. Oh, I've got them, haven't I? I only need 3 more. I didn't bring the steel with me though. That was a bit stupid. But there you go. Right. So with that, oops. I just need to go and see a chicken about some steel. Well, actually I don't need to see the chicken, I just need to see a storage system where the chicken's hard work is going. Steel, that's steel. Right, the other thing I'm going to need then is a kinetic generator, isn't it? Yes, that is right. I do need a kinetic generator. I could do with a link into the system over there, but we've got the windmill. So is it a kinetic dynamo? Kinetic dynamo. Ah, easy. Easy peasy. We'll head up here. Oops. People mode it. Right, so I need 3 iron. 4 iron. And hang on, I need to do my. So I need 4 copper. I need 8 copper basically, which I'm going to give a bit of welly to, like that, and then I'm going to snip them like that. And then get those go around like that. 2 pieces of redstone, and we're sitting pretty. Is it night time? With a bit of luck it's night. No, it's not, damn it. Okay. Agricarnation would be entertaining, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking XNet for the power. I've not really played with. Wow. There you go, ultra modern windmill on the side of an ultra modern factory. So we need to I think that's the output, isn't it? Have a look. What have we got in the way of wires then? So we can obviously use Ethernet cable. That's one option. We've got flux duct. To be honest, that's going to might be more than adequate. So what's everybody's thoughts on power cabling? Because obviously we've got that. We've got the flux duct is relatively cheap. Hardened flux duct is also relatively cheap. We should be able to pull out the back. I've done it before. What we can do is we can just check. So there's a top. Oh, let's. Alright, so we need you like that. You can normally pull out the back. I'm fairly certain I have in the past, but we all know about fairly certain, so pop it on. That can be doing its thing. Flux duct or Ethernet? I suppose Ethernet has got the advantage that I'll get the right thing. Let's have a look. Ethernet has got the advantage of got a facade, so we can hide the cable. So let me go in and check. If I've got 55 of those, I'll probably just do that. That'll do me. Because I'm going to need an Ethernet controller as well. So okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hang on, that's 9. So I need 7. Like that. 2 of those like that. We need a little bit of quartz. Just the one would have done me, but you know, there you go. What else for the controller? Redstone. How many we got there? 9 and 1, 2, and then 1. I think we're in the ballpark. Controller, and then we just need some connectors, which are lapis. Just do the one for now. One for now. Chest for some bizarre reason. I suppose it makes sense if you think about it for a second, but only for a second. One of those, please, thank you. And 3 redstone. Connector, and if I now jump in here, we should have 55 of those. Engage back mode. At the moment I'm trying to figure out how to use Ethernet to connect a windmill into. Actually, let me go down here. I'm going to take that with me. That will do for now. I need another connector. Damn it. Let's get another connector done and we'll be good. That's the only drawback with Ethernet, isn't it? Mind you, I suppose the plus side is we can shift everything. 1, 2, 3. One of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And damn it, there and there. 2 of those. We're already a bat, so hit the wrong key. Right, that mode, engage. Right, so that's in, that's spreading. This is all happy. Back in people mode. Oh, actually no, I didn't want to be back in people mode. I want to be in bat mode. Right, it appears to be connecting. Whether it's going to get any power out, well, that is. Oh, that's windmill. Now what we'll do is we'll bring this, actually, let's do this proper. Really? Well, it was tougher than I remember it being. Oh, I've got a little bit of lag. There we go. Alright, Sue, we're going to come in here. For now. And we'll bring this in. Down there. Right, where the hell did I... Oh, I know where I put it. Well, I think I know where I put it. Did I leave it over there? I did. Alright. Let's go and get that. That needs... just trying to think. We need... I need more controllers, don't I? More connectors. Do I have any more connectors? I do. Get me them all. And turn back into a person while I'm at it. Right, so if we can get this done, and then I'll get the fascias in just to finish this off. So if I come down to, say, here, and get the XNet controller can go in there, and that can, not there, that can go in there. We'll just call it controller 1 just for the hell of it, and we can see that there is a controller and a windmill. We're going to create a new channel, which is going to be create, and that is going to be a insert, and that is going to be an extract. Now that doesn't appear to be generating any power, which is unfortunate. Right, I need another controller. Now if I, it's a stupid question here, if I place that there, power out, So you just call it power then. Am I doing this wrong? Yeah, I'm not convinced that that is right. I think we need to maybe put the controller here with a little bit of no, that's not right either, that's purple. Yeah. And then I think we can put the controller there. So that can be controller. That can be power in. Power in 1. And then that can go and connect like that. And what we would do is we want to go, this should be an extract, hang on, extract the power from the device into the network. This is going to be an insert. I think. And you need to be that's not shifting at all. I don't know whether I've got that or not. Hang on. Well, can bat mode see this any better? Not that I can tell. Get me out. I'll try it from this side. So, maybe you're right, maybe we do need to do this from the top, which is a pain. Well, it's not a pain, it's doable. It's just a little annoying, but not a lot annoying. Now what's happening? Oh, that needs to be extract. Going up. Working. Yay. That is doing its thing, which is good. So, armed with that and this, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring a connector here. I'm going to whack the furnace down there. Oops. Furnace. There, and then we can just whack a little bit of cable in there. So that should now have a furnace, power in, and all this stuff. Right, the furnace is empty. You are going up, so if I now create a second network here, which is an XNet energy, and we're going to go, do I need to have a, I might need a separate connector for this, you know, because these things only support in or out, don't they? They don't do mixed. So maybe we should turn those off. And have that one as out with another connector on the top. Yay, connectorception. Power out. So we're going to go this net one. We're going to go from up, which is power out, and we are going to go with an extract, and then we're going to go for an insert. Bang, 10,000 RF, fast as you like. All right, we're getting there. Okay. That's got stuff. We can do upgrades and we can do all sorts of things to it. I need some of this stuff, which is wall glass and stuff. What have we got? Have we got any paper? That's the first question. We have. We got 4 of them. Give me. Have I got any facades? I have. Give me all of those. Just in case. We'll take a piece of glass as well. No, we won't, because it's not in the system. Paper, wool. Well, yeah, haven't really got wool. But doesn't matter. I think 12 might be enough anyway. Let's set this to. That, and that. Set it to red. Yeah, 12 more than enough. So that's got the windmill in. We've got that power going, and this is generating power. Now we're not using a lot, but at least we have got that particular item in the system now. Now there were other machines that we built, and we also need to check the chickens before we finish up for the night. Right. I need to get my illumination wand. I think if I've got, please tell me I've still got an illumination wand and it wasn't another one of those. We've got a displacement wand. We've got a teleportation wand. I think that was one of the lost items. Damn it. Oh well. You know what? It's we'll put that away in there along with that. That and that can go away. What's in the bag of holding? Oh right, typical. More stuff. Let's go and check the chickens. First things first, because there is this little fella, the Blizzrod chicken, which was the one we were after. Now what do we use the Blizz chicken for? Blizz chicken is for iridium, so iridium and Blizz. Enderium. And Terra Steel and Mana Steel. I think that will be all the breedable chickens. We got 1 or 2, admittedly, but I think that's about right. Let me just bat it up and we'll go and check on the cows, because these haven't been milked for a while anyway. Yeah, so we do, I think, need to figure out if there is a way to milk these automatically. I don't know whether there is. You protein, weren't you? Destabilised redstone, potion. That was the other one I wanted to know, what that potion does. The easiest way to find that out is to go find a bottle, because I think that's probably, oh, that's not what I want. Hang on, that one is what I want. Really? I haven't got any bottles? Well, I find that very hard to believe. You normally have at least a bottle or 2 hovering around. Alright, let's go and see what this potion cow does, if anything. I mean, it might be completely useless. Yeah, I mean, that has got no use whatsoever. You might be able to use it in the potion generator, however. That might be where his purpose comes in. Don't know. But we got the chickens, they're doing their thing. We have got nothing useful so far out of that. But they've only been in there a few minutes. We've now got a place to install all of our hardware. For what little hardware we currently have, which, if I remember rightly, should be up here. There's a resonator. Let me put that and that away. And that. Well, that will go somewhere else eventually, but that's fine. Mechanical user's not a machine, but we have got the atomic resonator. We've got the energy laser relays. They can come in handy. We have a pulverizer. We have a compression dynamo with a tank of stuff. And I think that, oh, we've got these, the cloche, which we need to start thinking about as well. But I think that's as far as we got. But at least we can actually now start planning a space. So to finish up, I just wanted to have a little look at a few bits and pieces. And we built a kitchen. We never did anything with it. So if we have a look at cooking with blockheads, if we get the Cooking with Blockheads Manual 1, we need to cook a book. I love that. It's one of my favourite you know, just sheer concept of put a book in there and you cook it. Cooking for Blockheads, and then you do that, and then you want Cooking for Blockheads 2, which takes that and that. So I need 2 of those anyway, I think. Do I need 2? No, I only really need 1. So 2 requires a couple of crafting benches and a couple of diamonds. And a couple of crafting benches. Let's just run down to the, might as well use a cooker we've got, eh? Just get in this way. When you're in bat form, every way's a way in. And we'll pop you in there. It'll take a short period of time. They look like extra utils speed upgrades. So is that an extra? That is extra utilities. Okay, cool. Right, let's get down here. And we're going to take that with those and that and make that. And then we need to go and get, oh, right, yeah, now we're into the territory of making our kitchen blocks. Which is relatively easy. We need to get some hardened clay, black hardened clay. And pretty much everything takes a lot of black hardened clay and various other bits and pieces. Okay, so we've got the clay, we need some logs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that will give us the cooking table. Want an oven, which is going to be iron, glass, and a furnace. I'm pretty certain I saw a furnace in here, so it'd be a shame to waste it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and was it black stained glass? Well, wouldn't you know? I just happen to have that to hand. Cooker. Fridge, need 2 iron doors and 2 chests. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. A bit too much, but it doesn't matter. Except when you do that. Hang on. Steady on there. 2 chests, 2 iron doors. Bang, there's a spare iron door. So that can go away, that can go away, and done. That's a fridge. Sink, bucket of water, and some iron, and some logs. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bucket of water in the middle. Getting there. We've got these, just use as clay and those. We'll grab a bunch of those. And then you've got the shells, we've got the toaster, which we'll put in at another point, because right now there is one other thing I want to do, and I've never actually done this on a LP before. Let me put the sink down. See, this I don't like on this version. The newer version, it just, everything joins, and yeah, this is not the nice version. You see there, it's just not, it's really not a good look. Oh dear. Oh well, doesn't matter. We have at least got this thing. But there, the milk jar. Okay, I need a bucket of milk, and I need a cow. Let's go get a cow. An ordinary bog standard cow. I happen to know there's a few out this way. A cow which has never delivered anything other than milk. There you go. You shall do, sir. Or madam, actually, probably would be. I meant to milk that cow, didn't I? There's another one up here. We'll milk it. Okay. So what we need is we need to make the milk jar. Let's go do that. And once we've done that, we'll probably end up the stream, but not the milk jar, the second part of this. This is the fun bit. Right. Glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a log, which we will convert into blanks, and then we can get a bucket with that, and that gives us the milk jar. Excellent. And then we're going to need, let me get a stack of iron, and we'll get 1, 2, 3, and we're going to need an anvil anyway at some point for various things, so might as well have this now. And then let us take a bit of glass, not that much, some dirt. That should do the trick. Right, let's go outside and make a, well, alright, I'm sure you know what's coming anyway. So to get your milk jar, we'll pop that down. We're then going to pop this will go on the top, but first things first, we need to drop our cow into the hole, and then we're going to go and place that over the top of there. We're going to pop that on there, and let's craft a cow in a jar. And there we go, cow in a jar. I know that's wasteful of glass, but we'll live. And we'll pop that there. There we go, and it generates milk until it's got 8 bottles of milk in it. Alright, I think on that note, I think that is the perfect time to call an end to this stream. But thank you very much for joining me, and we got this very brightly coloured object. The next thing we need, the next building we need to concentrate on building is going to be the hydroponics bay, which is going to be underneath here. And I'm going to use a lot of those immersive engineering machines, the cloche thing, whatever it's called. But from me and all the chucks who were busily doing their business, including the one that laid me an Elementium, and the one that has anybody laid anything other than that? No, just the Elementium one so far. I've forgotten what the other one's supposed to be doing, but there's the Elementium chicken, all done. So yeah, other than that, these two are iridium. That's what they're making. I think that's probably it. Just waiting on these guys to make me an iridium chicken. Not happening yet. Till later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.